All right, let's do the CAGbag. We got CAGbag. Iron Saint writes in and says, with most publishers, retailers, and consumers moving away from traditional physical media, does Nintendo's strategy around keeping cartridges with the Switch 2 make sense? Well, they're keeping cartridges, but also not, right? Like, it sounds like most of the games are going to be like just, it's a code on a cartridge.
Right.
Where you still have to download the game onto your system.
Like a box. I don't know. Yeah.
But they're tradable.
I think they would want to go all, more digital, but I think it's difficult for them to go all digital because they have consoles that have very low storage out of the box. I mean, I know that it's not that difficult to expand that storage, but
I think if I'm Nintendo, I want to be able to have like grandparents and parents easily buy games for their children and other children, like at a store, and not like a card, like a box at a store.
Mm-hmm.
And so this accomplishes that, but by having it a code and you're still downloading the game anyway, it makes it cheaper, I'm sure.
Do you think we're, a generation of human beings away from when grandparents can understand that games can be digital?
I mean, I think grandparents understand that now.
Do they? I don't know.
I think my dad understands it.
Yeah, but your dad's like tech savvy.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's others like him. They're out there.
It's only, that's like it literally is a matter of time. We're not talking about like my grandparents, not that they are alive, but they would have no idea what a digital game is.
Well, they didn't know anything. Yeah, my grandparents didn't know anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's what they're doing with the cartridges makes sense to answer this guy's question. Yes, it does, because it satisfies all the needs of the customer, but also like the game can be ready when it comes out, like the day of release, rather than when they have to print the cartridges up. So yeah, why not? Why not do it?
I think correct, and I think I don't know. I think being Nintendo, they want to hold on to that, like, since they're the first party publisher on so many of their things, that, and so many of their titles are like evergreen in stores. Like you go into Target or Walmart, or I mean, there's not many more stores left. And you see, like, I mean, we're on year 10 of the Switch, or I don't know. And it's still like, oh, there's Super Mario Odyssey, like just like sitting there on store shelves, and like they take up like quite a bit of space of like, here is all the evergreen Nintendo titles that you will buy for our system. And I think it's almost like an advertising gimmick that they don't want to get away from.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so
you see all the characters lined up, like,
right.
You see it right there.
And it makes it look appealing when you walk in and kids are trying to get their parents or whatever to buy the console, because they see like, oh, look at how much this one's supported with all of these high quality games.
All the characters I know, all the Nintendo characters I know. There's Donkey Kong, there's Mario, there's Zelda.
Right. And they're in a unique position where that isn't true of Sony and Microsoft as much, where here's our catalog of character games, right, that are sitting here ready for you to buy.
Everyone wants an Astrobot and the Helldiver. They want to walk into Target and see the big Helldiver.
Right. It's good for a teen. I mean, that's good if you're buying a gift for a teenager.
Yeah.
A teenage boy, you're like, all right, that looks, that seems to be the right demographic. But there's a lot more probably kids out there. I mean, it's obviously successful for Nintendo to go after that kid market. And
yeah, absolutely.
I remember as recently as, I don't know, as probably earlier this month, I went to a Best Buy, and they have outside of the store, like they have those concrete barriers so nobody drives their car through the front of the store. They have like a Nintendo standee. I don't know what you call it, but it's outside the store, and it literally said Nintendo Switch is the home of your favorite character, and it had a picture of all the characters were just there, and it was like,
that's their magic, right? Like they don't want to give up that magic, and I think from their perspective, I bet there's a lot of wanting to hold on to the physical portion of that, because I bet at some level they feel like it devalues their branding to just go fully digital and not stand out from the other games that are out there.
right, it deserves to be on a store shelf and catch your eye, and especially like for gift giving, where it's a quality gift, and
where it's the exact opposite approach that like Microsoft is going of like, oh, we don't care, just like we don't need to be on shelves at all. Everything digital.
Everything's
store.
an Xbox. You have an app on your TV.
Just
how about an
Game
app on your
Pass.
TV, right?
Just pay for Game Pass. That's all they want. They just want you to pay for Game Pass.
Right. Yeah. It's a subscription model.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Right.
Whatever. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. It's smart. It's smart for Nintendo because their customers are shopping in stores. Probably. David Thoughts writes in. He goes, "You guys planning to return to a weekly format or bi-weekly the move going forward? Since been listening to the show since the beginning, and it's always weird when there's a week without a show. Congrats to Wombat on his fitness journey gains." Yeah, I'd say, look at those gains, first of all. Congrats on the gains. He's flexing now. I think bi-weekly is the move going forward, and we've been doing that for a while, and I haven't heard any complaints. So,
no, of course not.
Enjoy.
You can't hear a complaint about a show that doesn't exist.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky. 20 years is a long time. Not many things are going on after 20 years. We're old. We're dropping shit on our feet. We don't have time to do all this shit.
I went to Orange Theory today. I went this morning.
Oh, I want to go.
It was good. It's a good class.
I can go to the strength classes where you don't have to run.
Yeah, I went to the class this morning, and it's nice. It was one of the ones where the coach for that class used to be the girl that worked at the front desk, and she got promoted. So it's nice to see. It's like, oh yeah, I remember when you did this. That's how long I've been going now. I'm seeing people switch for their advance in their roles there.
Wow, emotional.
Yeah, I know. It's nice. They're nice to me there.
Unlike other places you go?
Unlike other places, they're like, oh, look.
Where are they not nice to you? Let's call them out right now.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Besides the CAGcast podcast.
Exactly. Other than here, not many places.
That's good.
Here in my bedroom,
you're doing well. You're doing real well then.
Mm-hmm.
A Rabid Buffalo writes in and asks, has Shipwreck watched Side Quest and Mythic Quest miniseries? Also, a sad day now that Mythic Quest has been canceled.
Yeah, I have not checked out Side Quest yet, but it is odd that they made another spin-off show of Mythic Quest the same, like very close to when they announced that Mythic Quest was done. They also, I didn't get a chance to watch the final episode of Mythic Quest yet, but they changed it. They had released an episode prior to the announcement of it being canceled, and then came back and released a different version of the last episode that changed some of the plot lines so that they wrapped up. And so that original version is now like not on Apple TV. They just like said like, yeah, we're going to just get rid of that episode. Here is the new final episode.
Okay.
They Mass Effected.
I mean, I don't know if that's, I was going to say, that's not necessarily a bad thing. At least, you know.
No, but it is still like a weird thing of like, they could have had that of like here we have two different versions of this that like maybe have it as just like a special episode off to the side or something that still exists. But I mean, I hate to see that show end because I liked it, but I at the same time like five seasons is a pretty strong run for like a Office style situational comedy.
Definitely, you got plenty.
And, right, like
when you say 5 seasons, though, we're talking like 10 episodes a season.
Yeah, but at the same time, like that's
enough.
That's probably they probably told all of the stories that truly needed to be told. Like it felt like we were like there used to be like one like oddball episode per season, which is like an Apple TV thing or something. Like it's where it's just a totally different like vibe and like different main characters And then like this season, it feels like there's been either 2 or 3 of those episodes where just like this is just like the I don't know, the one-off type of thing that's just weird. Which are
probably using-
enjoyable, but
Are they using AI writers now?
Give it time.
yeah.
The Washington Post is already using AI writers.
No, they're not. I read that thing. It's not even like people misread that entire thing. It's like they're using AI to summarize articles or some shit like that. People freaking out. What do we got here? Jeff writes in and he wants to know what race character you're using, Wombat, for
I
Oblivion.
went with an Imperial. I don't know if I'm like thrilled with my choice, to be perfectly honest, but it's the choice I made, so I'm stuck with it.
What is Imperial? White guy?
Yeah, it's like white guy.
Okay.
It's
I
like-
don't remember.
I wanted like, oh yeah, this is someone that he starts with healing magic.
All right.
So I'm like, oh, it's like the easy character.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah. Huh?
What? That's it? Healing magic?
Well, he has healing magic and he could use heavy armor and blunt objects. Like he uses like maces, heavy armor, and he can heal himself. So I'm like, that's how I usually like to roll at the beginning. I don't know. There was part of me was like, do I do dark elf? I'm like, but I always do dark elf. Or I actually thought I like got really far in character creation with a red guard, and I was like, yeah, but they can't really use magic, and I want to use some magic.
And where are the white guys? We need to bring back the white guys in these games.
It is weird that black guy is like a separate race in the Skyrim games. In the Elder Scrolls.
They have
games.
different powers.
Wait.
Yes.
I think black guy is a separate race.
Well,
Isn't
you know what I mean.
isn't
It means
that
like they have different abilities and stuff.
Yeah, like different. Yes, you know what I meant. Like it's a whole different like species.
Right.
Okay.
Species.
That's the word that we were looking.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, no, this guy, the black guy, yeah, he's a red guard. He's immune to all diseases and poisons, and he can't use magic. He's a whole different thing.
That's racist. That's why you can't use magic.
It's weird. It always
Game's
seemed
racist.
weird to me. I mean, it's fine. And like I said, and I like the red guard character. It has nothing to do with that either. I've played as a red guard.
Keep
in both
talking.
games.
You're doing great.
I know. I need to find a shovel.
Right.
But I just was always one of those things. I mean,
What are your
whatever.
feelings on cat guy?
Exactly. Like they black guy and cat guy are like, and someone
Right.
writing those games was like, oh yeah, that's the same thing. I'm
Right,
like, no,
right.
it's not. It's not the same thing at all. Yeah, and cat guy is okay.
How many
I've
gigs
never-
is that game?
125.
I was
a
just
lot.
checking to make sure they were
Mhm.
using all the textures.
Yep, the original game was 6.
All right. Cool. Leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
Those 4K textures take up a lot of space.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of cool textures.
How good does it look on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd probably give it like for me maybe a 7.5, 8.
All right.
It looks very good. I mean, it's not the best looking game
Yeah,
I've ever
okay.
seen.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
The environments
South of Midnight
looked
might be
like-
a 9.
Yeah, like the environments that I saw in like the launch trailer or whatever, the environments looked really good. But then
Yeah,
anytime you saw a character on screen, it was like,
Oblivion.
all right. Like, yeah. I remember these characters.
You know what? Not to bring back Assassin's Creed Shadows, but one of the things that game does really well is I remember playing Oblivion, and you're always trying to like climb up some mountain or something, and like an awkward, like jump up some mountain, and it's clearly there's some places you cannot go, and then like you're stuck in this place. Assassin's Creed, like this time, I think it's the first time they've done it in the game where it's like you can pretty much go anywhere. Like there's like really thick forests, but you can like get through it, and there's mountains. Like it doesn't seem like you're blocked off. I mean, some places you can't go, but like, you know what I mean? Like it really seems
'cause
open.
There's a lot of like forest that you can just kind of run through.
Right.
Without it being weirdly difficult, where
Right.
a lot of games make it like, well, you can't. No, this mountain's too steep for you to run up.
To me,
They don't do that much.
when I was playing it, it made me think of Oblivion and how like, hey, look how far we've come. Oblivion, like you would get hung up in a lot of places. They, you know, in an open world environment, in these mountains, in the forests. And Assassin's Creed has made it like more realistic, more playable, and you know what Oblivion would have done if they could have back in the day. All right, that's it. We made it through all these questions. We can go to bed now.
All right.
Put our feet up.
Bread's done?
Whoa, hold on. I got to get my hand on the mouse.
Oh,
and,
you
like,
haven't done...
I got to burp once disgustingly. Hold on. Let me get in
wait,
position.
can I plug? Can I do a quick plug?
Sure.
Can I plug my, because it's a new season of Fortnite next week, so don't forget to use my creator code.
No one's going to give money. No one's giving money to Jar Jar Binks. No one's going to buy that.
Use my creator code. It's Wombat5277.
You think?
I think
What
I've
do you
done
think?
that
Which one do you
twice
think
on the show ever?
What do you think people twice? Yeah. What do you think people are going to buy from this season? Jar Jar Binks or?
I think people would buy.
What's the big seller? Mace Windu is going to be the big seller.
Yeah. Do you know what else is supposed to come out next season? Kit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like in Fortnite?
In Fortnite.
But how's that going to work?
It's a car. You get into your car, and the car transforms into Kit.
The Kit.
I mean, transforms, just like turns into it, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like the other cars right now, like where it just skins and it turns into like the Rocket League car or whatever.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like that. Is he gonna talk? What have they said about it?
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it's supposed to be their next season. That came out today. They're saying next season Kit. So not nothing to do with Star Wars, but you know.
I like that.
Again, they came out with all the
kids are gonna love Kit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kids like Wombat. I want RoboCop to drive Kit.
I mean, that's literally a thing that could happen more sooner than later, which is crazy.
How about we get Inspector Gadget in the game and his car?
Inspector Gadget would be a good skin.
The Gadget Mobile?
Yeah. That would be a good Fortnite skin. Inspector Gadget, I'm on board with.
Inspector Gadget. I'm for that.
Yeah.
I used to dream about having the Gadget Mobile.
Really? Like a good hatchback?
Yeah. I mean, actually like remember it was a van. There was the van mode and the sedan mode.
Yeah.
The sedan mode was actually like pretty sharp looking. Like if you think, I mean, I haven't looked at it in a long time, but I feel like the design of that is probably like still like attractive today. But I literally used to dream. I would go to bed and I would just dream about driving the Gadget Mobile and pulling the lever to make it transform. I would literally dream about that.
Secret Galaxy did a good Inspector Gadget episode on YouTube.
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
It's a show. It's a YouTube show. The guy talks about stuff from the 80s and goes pretty in depth on how it was created.
Dude, the Gadget Mobile looks fucking dope as hell still. I'm looking at it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
It looks like a Nissan from that era.
Look at that. Look right at the end of the outline there. The picture on the left.
Yeah, it's cool.
That looks dope as hell. I mean, a fucking cop car pulls up like that next to you. You're like, go Gadget boner.
I mean,
maybe not that.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. Now,
all right.
You gave the people what they wanted. Inspector Gadget talk.
Should I say the thing now?
Wait, look at the Gadget van. Even the Gadget van is good looking.
Goodness.
You see the Gadget van?
I see the Gadget van.
No, you don't. It's a lie. Oh. All right. Goodbye.
Bread's done.